Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to spend the next few minutes breaking down the absolutely game-changing ideas from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why it is so hard to make good habits stick? You know the drill. New Year's resolutions that are basically ancient history by February. That gym membership you bought that's just collecting dust. It's super frustrating, right? But here's a thought. What if it has nothing to do with you or your willpower?
And that's the big idea in the book. The problem isn't you, it's your system. James Clear says that bad habits keep popping up over and over again, not because you don't want to change, but because you're using the wrong playbook. The real key? It's about fixing the system, not blaming yourself.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Why do our habits fail? Well, for most of us, we're taught to aim for these huge, ambitious goals, right? Like, I'm gonna run a marathon, or I'm gonna write a novel. But according to Clear, that's actually where we're getting it all wrong.
I love this quote from the book. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. I mean, wow. That just flips everything we think we know upside down, doesn't it? It means your results, they're just a reflection of the habits you already have. Your success isn't about that big, shiny goal. It's all about the little things you do every single day. That's your system.
So let's make this super clear. A goal is the what, like I want to lose 20 pounds. The system is the how, like I will eat a healthy breakfast every morning. See the difference? Goals are great for pointing you in the right direction, but it's the systems that actually do the walking. Think about it. Winners and losers in any field, they often have the exact same goals. The thing that separates them is the system.
And this is where we get to the core of it all. The power of 1%. Forget about making these huge, dramatic changes overnight. No, the real magic, the real transformation, happens with tiny, almost invisible, 1% improvements. This is such a great way to put it. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. You know how a tiny bit of money, invested regularly, can grow into a fortune over time? Your habits work the exact same way. That one small choice you make today, the one that feels like it doesn't even matter, when you repeat it day after day, that's what leads to those huge results. It's not about being a hero for a day. It's about being consistent.
And check out this graph from the book. It just makes it so clear. You see those two lines? That top one? That's what happens when you get just 1% better every day. In the bottom one, 1% worse. Now look closely. For the first few weeks, maybe even a couple of months, you can barely tell the difference. But then, bam! Over a year, the gap between them becomes absolutely enormous. Want to see the math on that? It's pretty wild. If you manage to get just 1% better every single day for 1 year, you will end up almost 38 times better than where you started. 38 times! That is the mind-blowing power of compounding. That's the power of these tiny atomic habits. Okay, so we've got it. We need good systems. We need those 1% improvements. But there's another layer to this, a much deeper one that really makes these changes last. And it all starts with your identity. James Clear explains it like an onion. You've got these 3 layers of behavior change. On the outside, you have your outcomes. That's the what you get part. A little deeper, you have your processes. That's the what you do part. But right there in the center, the core, that's your identity. That's what you believe about yourself. And that's the most powerful layer of all. This is a huge shift in thinking. The real goal isn't just to do something. It's to become someone. You're not just trying to read a book. You're trying to become a reader. You're not just running a marathon. You're becoming a runner. When your habits are just part of who you are, it's not a struggle anymore. You're not fighting for change. You're just being you. And that's when it feels almost effortless. All right, this all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? How do we build these habits that are tied to our identity? Well, this is where Clear gives us a super simple, super practical roadmap. He calls it the 4 laws of behavior change. It's a really straightforward framework. For building a good habit, there are 4 steps. 1, make it obvious. 2, make it attractive. 3, make it easy. And 4, make it satisfying. And what if you want to break a bad habit? Easy. You just flip it. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. So simple, but so powerful. Okay, let's make this really practical. I want to give you something you can start using like right now. We're going to focus on that first law, make it obvious, and a really cool technique from the book to get you started. This technique is called habit stacking. It's brilliant. The whole idea is you take a new habit that you want to start, and you stack it on top of a habit you already do every day without thinking. So your old automatic habit becomes the trigger for the new one.
And the formula for this is just dead simple. It's after I do my current habit, I will do my new habit. So, for example, after I pour my cup of coffee in the morning, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or how about, after I take off my work shoes, I will immediately change into my workout clothes. You see, you're taking motivation out of the equation. You're just connecting the dots between actions. It works so well.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. An atomic habit is that tiny change, that one little routine that's the building block for incredible power. It's a fundamental piece of a much bigger system for your own growth. It's not about that first 1% improvement. It's about all the ones that come after it.
So as we finish up here, I want to leave you with a question. And it's not about what you're going to do tomorrow or next week or next year. It's about right now. What is the one tiny 1% change you're going to make today to get that compound interest working for you?